Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Corey LeBlanc, the Ceremonial Witch. Alright, so just a few things. I'm gonna get a quick video, so maybe I can put it on my website. Levels aren't very high. Maybe it's because of this shit. Oh, there we go. Talking to the mic. Fucking, I should use my other headset. Anyways, so I put on a video yesterday. The main part of the video, I didn't talk in it at all. I don't know if anybody even watched it yet. Actually, there's been a few people who watched it, but not much. But the main reason to put something on, I was tired from work. That's why I didn't want to put on anything too big to talk about. But it's because I've been promising to put astrology books on for a while, and for people to keep a lookout at the astrology videos. And so, in the description of the video I put out yesterday, it was just basically some shit that I looked at a long time ago. But I think is definitely worth looking into. There's nothing I put on here that I don't think has relevance, whether you want to take the Bible literally or not, and any old Kabbalah / Jewish mysticism, literally or not. I think the Sefer Yetsirah, which is what the person who is speaking in my video is talking about that book. So I would put aside his opinions about the book and make your own. In fact, he even says that to do your own research. So definitely do that. Do your own research on the Sefer Yetsirah. There's multiple books that go along with that. And I have them all, and I may put them on in a timely fashion. And if I don't find other people who spoke about it initially or where I got my opinion from, I will just speak about those books and why I think they're important. He goes into talking about how this book is about meditation and can give you, if done properly, can help you integrate and have telekinetic and telepathic powers. And I don't know about that. There's certain things that happen to me, and I don't think it's. But I'm doing my own initiation book. I read the Sefer Yetsirah, all 430 or 40 or 20 some pages that is in the book, which attached to that video, I put the book on there, the PDF link. You hit that link, it's going to say, okay, check in remote files, and it should automatically start uploading for you. If anybody has any issues and can't get any of these links, please leave a comment on said video with the link, and I will try to put a different one on there, a new one on there, or, leave your email address in the info. If you don't want to do that, I get it. So maybe just send me a private message. I do check that periodically, probably once every couple days. So if there's a message I haven't seen yet, well, I haven't checked it actually in a couple of days. Like I said in a couple of videos ago, I started working this week, which has been going fantastic, by the way, but that's besides the point. Not the video, not the episode, not the podcast, whatever you want to call it, not the Ceremonial Witchcraft episode I put on yesterday. That one has the PDF for the Sefer Yetsirah, which is Jewish / Hebrew / Kabbalah mysticism. Great read. It talks a lot about the creation story. And, I put a video out there with 2 parts of that and then a little bit about Kabbalah, which didn't finish the entire documentary audio on that. There's about 15 minutes left to that. So, and I'm going to put the links on for all 3 of those in the next couple hours, depending on how fast I get separated from my children. However, the book for the Sefer Yetsirah is on there. And the last 3 episodes about astrology, I have 6 links, okay? 2 on each episode. So 2 on my second last episode, 2 on my third last episode, and 2 on my fourth last episode, okay? All the ones that have astrology in the title, I want to say, have 2 links to 2 different astrology books. So there's 6 astrology books in total. I think if you go back to the 4th last episode, there's one, it's about Carl Jung's astrology, and then I think I have Interpret Astrology, Astrology 101, the only astrology book you'll ever need. I think that's 4, and there's 2 more, but all 4 of these I've read and I've used, and Frater Xavier said a long time ago in a video when I was just learning and wanting to get in astrology that astrology books basically say the same thing, and they'll give you your base correspondences, and unfortunately that's as far as they can take you, and after that you have to come up with your own correspondences. So when you mix reading astrology, learning astrology, doing research on astrology, when you mix that with your initiation process, whether it's a year and a day with Birch or any other coven that is doing it right, or even just a ceremonial magician, ceremonial magic, intro to hermetics, whether it's Franz Barden, Intro to Hermeneutics, or IHI, or the one I do, Kabbalah and the Great Work of Self-Transformation by Liam Thomas Christopher. You know, the books I put on here, Financial Sorcery and Sorcerer's Secrets, technically you could do, it's an intro to magic. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a full curriculum, but there are other curriculum books out there. And using the curriculum that I use, it actually gets into the Golden Dawn, but you can get Golden Dawn books free of charge too. Once again, I have them for the initiation into, Golden Dawn, basically style stuff. And, if you want to go the witchcraft route, there's different books that kind of deal with that as well. But witchcraft, I do believe you do have to do within some kind of faction or coven, even if it is just online correspondences or if it's with Birch or whatever the case is. But anyways, point is, when you mix that with your astrology, the correspondent part comes, okay? It comes. If you're not that good at it now, it will come. I think I always had some kind of knack for correspondences, but it's really amplified in the last fucking year, I want to say, to a point where just working with people that I don't even know right now, I'm having correspondences shoved in my face all day long. Whereas on almost nothing I can't do that I can use as above, so below, or well, maybe not the all is mine, mentalism, but basically the law of gender, the pendulum swing, which is rhythm, everything vibrates. Like I said, the law of gender, cause and effect, all these Kabbalian hermetic maxims, basically, it's going to come. And it's very important, especially when you're doing astrology, to study something like this. You can study straight astrology and learn from other astrologers, and I'm sure you'll get there as well. I don't necessarily think you'll get there faster. I think whenever you do the magic stuff and you do the self-transformation and you see how you were before versus now, and this is how correspondences start working, where you can watch Disney movies that you once thought were about one thing and get another thing, which is why I'm really watching a lot of Jordan Peterson and putting him on there. I actually put him on as well, I believe, in the last video, and I'm going to try not to. I've been putting him on here a lot. I kind of like the way I did with Frederick Xavier and all that, but I really believe in his message. Now, I don't believe in everything he says per se, and he likes using the Bible, but he uses it in a strictly symbolic sense. Whereas the man talking on the video I just put out, you can totally tell he used to be a Christian. In fact, I'll put the links on here for his video, which will take you to his channel, which you'll see his link on his video for his channel. And if you go look at that, he's got a lot of information from Lilith, about the Bible, Lilith Exodus. This guy used to be a very pronounced churchgoer. He might even have been a minister. I'm not sure. I can't remember now, but he was very much into church. And I very much relate to people that have a background in church. Being a Christian or Roman Catholic, and even sometimes a different religion, whether it's Islam or Judaism. But I have this thing when those people transform and realize that magic is a real thing and realize the corruption within there. Now, I don't think Christianity is all bad at all. I think that's why I like listening to Jordan Peterson, because he puts a nice spin on the Christianity stuff, because I do believe there's power and there's truth in some of those stories. I don't believe in being dogmatic and forcing people to do things using those beautiful stories. But anyways, so the point of this video was just to say the astrology books are on there now that I promised. The Sefer Yetsirah for the newest video is also on there. I just put that on there now. So anybody who listened to it either last night or this morning or whatever the case is, that link's on there, and the link to the Jordan Peterson videos, the last video about Kabbalah, and obviously Wayne, I believe it's Wayne, I can't think of his last name, but Wayne's videos about the Sefer Yetsirah will also be, I'll also have the links on there as well. But the astrology books are now there. Like I said, leave a comment if you cannot open them for some reason or access them. And if it's giving you some kind of error message, or if it's because you can't access the website or whatever, let me know. It could be a typing mistake. If I don't put a space in between, either the colon or the last word I put in there with the link, if I forget to add that space, sometimes it won't upload. It won't let you do the link. I hope I'm speaking loud enough. I didn't use my good headset. I've been using, iPhone speakers. So, but anyways, so that's all this was about. And yeah, I'm going to try to put something on tonight, but don't hold your breath for that shit. I plan on having a couple beers and all that. Oh, the one thing I did want to mention was when I was trying to find a book, I put the Yetzer Sefer on, and I started reading the book again and all that, and then I had a pretty profound experience. First time I had sleep paralysis in a long time. And once again, it wasn't the traditional sleep paralysis. It was a a version of sleep paralysis that was, I told you how it used to be intense and very dark when I didn't understand it, and once I understood it, it was just the electricity feeling within my body that some like to say is the beginning of your astral projection. And truth be told, I've been looking back at my old Reiki videos from Loon Innate, and there's another one I gotta get his name on here because he's a good one, and different meditations I used to do going back through my liked videos. Um, and there was one I didn't put on one for astral projection or lucid dreaming or anything like that. However, because it was on a loop last night, which is something I don't like to do because I don't want videos coming on while I sleep that I don't actually put on. However, I forgot to take the autoplay function off. So what happened was I was listening to meditations or self-hypnosis, and Reiki's to promote astral travel. And I haven't had, like I said, one of these experiences in a while. And boom, all of a sudden I'm getting the sleep paralysis, but it's not the sleep paralysis with the fear or anything like that. It was the fact, like I said, I can't tell you if that feeling I get that people call sleep paralysis is actually the beginning of astral travel / lucid dreaming. I've been aware of my dreams, and that doesn't happen when that happens for me. However, I've never actually traveled before either. I've had out of body experiences, but that's done when I'm very tired or haven't slept and just been meditating to keep my focus. And yet, whenever I feel it coming on, I can kind of stop everything, but it's a sporadic thing. It's me doing it, but only under certain conditions that are not in my control. I do it kind of on purpose so I can practice that, because ultimately going in witchcraft or ceremonial magic, the goal is in case when we pass on, if we are in an ethereal realm or being our soul moving on, if our dreams are a way of practicing that while we're on this plane, but yet we don't know that, if that's kind of the way we're supposed to practice this during this journey, and no one's doing that. Well, this magic part of the self-transformation, not only is it to get your life under control and learn how to manifest things you want, and to help maybe change the direction the world's going and all that, those things aside, if the other part is, so when you pass on, you kind of know what to do, how to do it, how to get to wherever you have to go, and if not, you just keep getting stuck on the wheel of carnation, which is definitely another possibility. Not exactly the one I think, but it's very much in a lot of books I read. The reason we practice these things like astral travel, lucid dreaming, outer body experiences, different hallucinogens, genic drugs, which I haven't done because I am an ex-drug addict, so using drugs for an enlightening experience is something I don't do. However, I can have enlightening experiences through meditation, through ritual, through doing magic to promote them, and once again through Reiki, just from YouTube, just the free channels, and different self-hypnosis. And I wasn't even trying to, which is kind of how magic works, right? If you're not trying to do something and say you want something to happen and you set it, forget it, it'll take it has a better chance of happening a lot faster, because Birch will say, once you think something has not manifested that you tried, or you absolutely forget about it, kind of because you thought it wasn't going to work, or you moved on to the next thing, as Frater promotes, the way he forgets about the magic is by just moving on to the next magical thing. Well, kind of the process, right? I wasn't trying to do those things. However, I was sleeping. I was in a state. I was having dreams, very frightening dreams actually, last night. And that's when I realized my autoplay wasn't off. But then I fell back asleep before I was able to change it. And then, boom, I started getting those feelings. And it was a hell of a time getting out of it. At first, I kept trying to not have it. And then I realized, no, I'm going to keep doing this. So I just kept it on autoplay. And then eventually I got up. I made pudding, stupidly. I made some pudding and ate that, and then went back to bed. And the reason is I know sugar makes me very tired very fast. I don't necessarily even get energy from sugar anymore, like a carbohydrate sugar rush. People talk about children getting. I don't get that anymore when I have sugar. It just basically makes me tired. So if I start off my day with sugar. But anyways, I know eating in the middle of the night's not great, hence why it was a pudding. It was more liquid than anything. So hopefully it didn't have the effect of making me have to, if your body has to process stuff and digest stuff all night. Well, when people eat right up until bed or eat in the middle of the night, and they wake up and they're constantly tired. Some people think they have a disease or whatever. They jump to bad conclusions, but and that can definitely cause disease. But 9 times out of 10, it's just because you're eating way too late and your body has to do the digestive process during the day. And not only does that make your body tired, it also is kind of painful. And that's why our body, being as smart as it is, it does it at night while we're sleeping, so you don't feel the pain and you're not tired because, well, hell, you're already sleeping. So, anyways, that's all I got to say. And I'm going to try to make a video about some of the shit I just said now and go more in depth about my job and my experiences and why I'm doing it again, and about the whole slavery, go from owning slaves or being an Auschwitz camp guard to, now being the slaves in the working system, and how it's enlightening to know that, and it's part of quote unquote shadow work, or, yeah, basically. But anyways, that's enough for now, and I'll see you in a bit.